gonna see what we can do. I'm gonna be active with the team, not traveling nowhere this morning. We're just gonna be from home. I don't know. It looks like we're trying to get the high before 9:30. The way this shit moving. But I have this at the low, so if it runs that low, we're completely wrong. I'm up 700, slowly but surely. We're getting somewhere. People always ask, why do I trade 9:30? It's just simply because that's when the volume's there. You want to trade when there's volume. If there's no volume, just because it's a good trade setup doesn't mean anything. You're always gonna have to learn yourself. You're always gonna have to get good at risk management. But until you have that solid foundation of a good concept and a good system and a good strategy to look for on a daily basis, everything else is not gonna be as beneficial. But if you have a problem that money can fix, is, in my opinion, not that big of a problem. But say breaking even is always going to be necessary because we're just mitigating risk. We wear a seatbelt not because we are hoping we're going to crash and we don't want to die, but we wear a seatbelt in case we crash and it's unexpected. You can't do it on a prop firm. What makes people think that they're going to be able to do it on a live account? That's the main thing people got to realize. Time, if you waste a day, a week, a month doing something, money can't bring you that time back. Morning everybody, welcome back to another video. It's a new day. It is Friday, it's the last trading day of the week. Yesterday, slow ass day. I had 2 break-even trades. I didn't lose money, I didn't make money. So far we're up for the week. Not by much because it was pretty slow. We had an L day before yesterday and then a break-even day just now. So yeah, we're gonna see how we can end the week. No days off. We're gonna see what we can do. I'm gonna be active with the team. I'm not traveling nowhere this morning. We're just gonna be from home. Let's see what we can do. Like I said, this is the last opportunity to see what we can do for this week. So let's see what we can do. Let's hop on the call. All right, it is 9:24. About to rush to get on this call so I can give my analysis and everything before the market opens at 9:30 because that's when all the volume comes in. And people always ask, why do I trade 9:30? It's just simply because that's when the volume's there. You want to trade when there's volume. If there's no volume, just because it's a good trade setup doesn't mean anything because you need volume for the trade to actually play out. So without volume, your setup, your system, your pattern don't mean shit, right? Planes fly off at all times of the day. There's different Ubers at all times of the day. There's different buses that happen at different times of the day. The one that matters is the one that's your time. I could definitely see NAS trying to reach this previous high. It looks like it's trading into this gap, but then again, this looks like it's exactly what price did yesterday. Hey yo, PTSD. But this is what I wanted to see yesterday. I got stopped break even twice. So we're already bullish. It's on NAS specifically. 30 looks a little bit different in my opinion right now. But NAS specifically, we're already bullish. Been bullish since London. We got the previous highs in target and we didn't hit this 4-hour gap. So if we retrace into it, hey, then it's a good trade. And if it just keeps going, then I guess I didn't really miss much because I'm not taking the trade up there. Oh, fuck no. But if it runs that high, then I don't know what I'm gonna do at that point. I guess I'll just watch for another trade idea. Ideally, I would want to be able to get longs before that high got ran. But I don't know. It looks like we're trying to get the high before 9:30. The way this shit moving. And this 1-hour gap is not as nice in my opinion in comparison to the NAS, but NAS is kind of gone. So I don't know if that's gonna work out right now. And the way it's looking, 30's falling. A possible entry, what would stop loss look like? 50 points, yeah, because 50 points will keep it below that low. That's a cool little trade idea. Shit's going up and down, but I still want to trust it going for that previous high, to be honest. Even though it did have a little flipperoo right here. What's 30 doing? I don't know, I can see 30 falling more than NAS, because NAS has its target. NAS has its previous high. That's my main thing that I'm paying attention to. Like, that's my main target that I want to see price reach for. Hence the bullish bias. Look, come on, just hit the gap. It's right there. And I could take these longs. Come on. And there we go. We hit the gap. Just barely hit the gap. But right here, what we could do, this is going to be the first trade of the day. Longs at this 1-hour and 4-hour gap in the fib, expecting price to get a push for this previous day's high. Now, I wait. Let's see. Yes, last 2 trades have been break even, but I have this at the low. So if it runs that low, we're completely wrong. Best case, if it doesn't run the low, we're good. Well, only time will tell. We'll see. 9:30, right before you came. No, you didn't really miss much. I was waiting the whole time. A little drawdown, but a little drawdown never hurt. Can't be scared a little bit drawdown. Like I said though, can't see drawdown if you can't see no profit. You gotta be willing to see both sides. Well, I'm up 550 now, out of the 1,000. A little bit of drawdown, but we've been in drawdown already a couple times, so ain't nothing we haven't seen yet. Just gotta keep weighing. It's 10-12. I'm up 700, slowly but surely. We're getting somewhere. Started moving, to be honest. But mainly, like if I were to just get rid of everything, the main thing I was paying attention to was from London, we created the low of the day from 2-3. We had a push and it just left this gap behind right here. From that gap, we retraced into it at 9:30. That's when I got my trade. And we've been consolidating ever since. But the confirmations, I pulled the fib from the London low to the high. This is inside the fib zone, as you can see with this red right here. And it also tapped into the 4 hour and the 1 hour gap. So the 4 hour, the 1 hour gap, we're already bullish since, what is it, London? The overall trend is bullish, which is hence why I wanted to see longs. And now I'm just kind of waiting. TP2, not 2, TP1 looks like it's gonna get hit, but slowly but surely. But that's my idea, the process behind it. I'm in a little bit more drawdown right now too. Let's see, once it hits this low, that's my day. No cap, the low is where I'm calling it. It was a good trade idea though. Just a little whack. Near stop loss. Just got to put ice on that joint. I got in like, I was in before 10. I was in that like probably time frame on the hour, but I was in at like 9 something. We kept ranging for a while, but we were consolidating for a minute. We probably got the volume the last 20, 30 minutes. It was a L day, break even week. Yesterday was a break even day. Today was a small L day. The day before that was an L day. The day before that was a great trade. If I didn't have that great trade, I probably would have ended up break even. I probably would have had an L week if it wasn't for that one $4,000 trade, but it is what it is. I do have to hop on a call with a student, so that's gonna be the vibes as of right now. So no days off, let's stay busy. Let's keep on doing the things that bring us and keep us in this position, right? Because I'm not gonna force another trade. I'm not gonna force myself to end up on a losing week. Because guess what? If I take another trade, it will be an L week if it's an L. But right now, it's break even. It is what it is. Could be better, could have been worse. I'm just grateful. Before I hop on a call, I actually am sending a message to one of my students while I get ready and wait for my other student to actually call. But right now I'm about to send him a message because he's just trying to figure out essentially something. You're gonna hear me explain it, but yeah, so let me just get straight into this. I just thought it would be valuable for you guys also. So when you purchase the Top Step account, the main thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna get 2 accounts. When you purchase, say for example, a 50K Top Step account, you're gonna get a practice account and a combine account. What I want you to do is with all the stuff you've been practicing, all the concept, all the system and strategy stuff that I've been teaching you, you're going to be using that firstly on the practice account. But to get the practice account, you do have to buy the Top Step account. From there, when you buy the account, make sure you pick Tradevate. By selecting Tradevate as your broker, that's what's gonna allow you to trade on TradingView. If you select Top Step X, if you select something else, it's not gonna do it. Do Tradevate specifically because then you'll be able to trade just like us on TradingView, and then that would be good. You can't use MetaTrader unless you're using like a whole different broker, but in my opinion, there's nothing really that's safe to use MetaTrader with as of right now. Now we're gonna go onto this one-on-one call. Let's get to work. I actually realized I gotta do a whole lot of close, so while I'm on the call, I'm about to do this shit. Experience is no matter whether it's a losing trade, a winning trade, it's all gonna be beneficial if you choose to learn from it. And that's the most important thing. Most people don't learn from a lot of the losses. Losing sucks. Losing money isn't fun. We don't wanna lose money, but at the end of the day, it's something that has to happen for us to be able to build ourselves into the best version of ourselves because we don't know what we're good and bad at until we go through it. Right, so everything happens just as how it's supposed to. Because going from someone that like you that used to trade support and resistance is going to be a big difference going into understanding liquidity, false breaks, understanding fair value gaps, like understanding why the market is moving where it's going, understanding the whole orders behind it. So I'm going to give you specific videos to just cater towards that. Not talking about mindset, not talking about none of that stuff, not talking about risk management, just 100% trying to give you an idea on how to really view the market. Because in my opinion, that's going to be the main important thing to get you started, because you're always gonna have to learn yourself. You're always gonna have to get good at risk management. But until you have that solid foundation of a good concept and a good system and a good like strategy to look for on a daily basis, everything else is not gonna be as beneficial. But a lot of people try to just indulge in all the information. Like I give a lot of the content, there's a lot of content there, but the most important thing is being able to use the stuff, get confidence with the concepts, get confidence with yourself. And that's gonna come from using it. That's gonna come from actually taking it and being able to use it in real time. And that's what most people don't like to do. They just like to indulge in information, watch. That's not gonna do nothing unless you actually get experience with it, unless you actually start training yourself to look for it. So watch these small ones, because I gave you probably like 4 or 5 out of 100 something. So it's like very small, but they're longer recordings, and it's gonna be in depth. I'd rather you watch those and actually use it. Go back test them, go forward test them, and actually get real experience, because that's what's gonna help you use it real time. Not just watching the videos and having a good idea on what it is. All right, so right now it's me and Luna. We realize how we have a lot more clothes than we originally thought. and how this is taking a lot longer than we originally expected. But you know what? The job must go on. The one-on-one is done. Little dad, I'm a dog dad. That's what I am right now. Yeah, I'm about to finish all these clothes, and then from here, I'm gonna go to the gym. Yeah.
I'm about to shower up. Just had a great full body workout. Feel great. It feels good to hit a full body workout like in the beginning of your day. It's not for the most part the start of my day, but it's still pretty early. I don't even think it's 1 o'clock yet. It's like 12 o'clock. So I'm getting a good workout, a full body workout early in the day sets you up for the rest of the day, especially since it's one of my non-negotiables. I always tell you guys, have things that you have to do on a daily basis. It's going to keep you in check. It's going to keep you organized. It's going to keep you moving forward. I have daily non-negotiables. Follow my trading rules, post content on a daily basis, and go to the gym. I have other things, but those are like the top 3 when it comes to building the best version of myself physically, financially, and spiritually. So let's continue doing that. I'm about to take a shower and then get dressed. My girlfriend should be back soon. She has my car. And then besides that, we're going to figure out something to do. I do want to eat. I am hungry, so that might be the vibe.
As you can see, I'm looking a little bit spiffy right now. I don't know what was going through my head, but I felt like being spiffy today, all right? But right now, I just kind of want to talk to you guys about something. I posted this on Instagram, so if you follow me on Instagram, you already know what I'm about to talk about. But essentially, money isn't everything, and you got to stay away from people that believe money is everything, because at the end of the day, money only solves money problems. If you have a problem that money could fix, is, in my opinion, not that big of a problem. But when you have problems that money can't fix, those are the real world problems. Those are the things that you can't, those are the real problems in life. People that try to make it seem like money fixes everything are lying, because at the end of the day, one of the main things that I learned from experience, from making a lot of money, from going through things, going through life and going through experiences, is that money only solves money problems. The biggest things, such as your health, money can't fix. You could buy a trainer, but a trainer isn't gonna make you pick up your legs and work out, right? If someone, say God forbid, passes away, money can't do nothing. If you waste a day, a week, a month doing something, money can't bring you that time back. The most valuable things in this world are free. The most valuable things in this world, money can't pay for. Money only solves money problems. And that's one thing people get lost in the sauce, because trust me, just like anybody else, I want to become rich. I want to be a billionaire. I want to be a millionaire. But money isn't the overall goal. Once you make a lot of money, you realize money doesn't do much. Yes, you could buy things, but there's always going to be something new. There's always going to be another next best thing, something that costs more, something that's cooler. But at the end of the day, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Focus on giving value to the world. Leave the world a better place than you came into. Become the best version of yourself and become something that people will look up to. Leave something behind. That's what's real value. Money's cool, but money can only solve money problems. And I thought I'd talk to you guys about that, because that's something that is very true. Don't get lost in the sauce. Money helps. Money is necessary, but it's not everything. Shout out to the boy, Mac, one of my students. He has a clothing brand. He's the one who has, like, I showed you guys, I wear it in multiple videos, the Villain Arc hoodie and the Villain Arc pants. He just sent me some Villain Arc sweatpants, and these, come on, the all black with the stones. Come on. Definitely fit the all black fit. Appreciate you, Mac. And yeah, I'm gonna take a picture and post this on Instagram for the boy. Get him some promo. All right, I'm about to hop on a call with a student, so I'm about to call him. Yeah, I will give you guys some free game. If you want to work with me one-on-one, first link in the description. Okay, so you had to change everything, like in terms of the pair you're trading now when you switch the futures out. Okay, copy. Yeah, I just wanted to get an idea, because a lot of people, you can still trade like US 30, NAS 100, gold and stuff on Forex brokers or Forex prop firms. It's just not technically a futures prop firm. It's not the regulated side of it. Like, it's just technically the unregulated side, which is why all the stuff happened with those Forex prop firms and why a lot of people went into the future sides. There's a lot more regulation. It's just, for the time and effort you're gonna put in, it just makes more sense to at least have like some sustainability. Like imagine if the banks really just, that you could give them the money, but they had those like, oh, they might give it to you. We probably really wouldn't use banks like that because we wouldn't feel as like, we wouldn't trust it. But we want to be able to trust a prop firm. We want to be able to trust the brokers that we can actually just not worry about the bullshit and just focus on the process. Yeah, the prop firms are definitely a better route. The prop firms are a better route, especially for someone that doesn't have as much experience because you're gonna have, it's like spending less money, but if you fail, it's not like, say, if you put 1,000 or 500 to a live account. If you lose that, it's gone. But at least with a prop firm, you're spending a portion of that to get access to more. So it's like, at least say you do it and you do fail, you're not losing as much as you would have lost if you did that on a $1,000 account. Because if you can't do it on a prop firm, what makes people think that they're going to be able to do it on a live account? That's the main thing people got to realize. If you can trade a prop firm consistently, get payouts consistently, there's no reason you can't do the same exact thing on a live account now. Vice versa, it's not always like that. If you can't prove you could do it on the funded account, you likely can't do it on the live account. And to rename concepts, it's just marketing essentially. I try to just keep it as simple as possible because the market is going to tell you what it's going to do regardless. We can give it whatever name, it's going to do this. It's going to do what it's going to do regardless of the name we give it, and it's going to do what it's going to do regardless what I want it to do. You want to be able to be confident in yourself and your system. You don't want to have to question if you lost a trade because it was your system or not. You want to be able to know that your system works, that the concepts work, that more than likely something that we did, the self-accountability now. But if it is your system, then you really don't know if it's your system, was something I did, because now you're kind of, both of them are going wrong. But if you at least take it one step at a time, you know the concepts and the system work based off of back-tested data, based off of forward-tested demo, all of the above, you'll know that it works, so it'll give you the confidence that you'll know that's not the problem. Whenever I have a losing trade or week, I'm not blaming my system or strategy. The conditions might not have been the best and the probabilities weren't on my side. I always tell people the same exact analogy when it comes to like the probabilities in trading. Trading is a probability game. We're gonna win some and lose some. We just wanna make sure our wins are bigger than our losses and our losses are smaller than our wins and that we're winning more than we lose. I went to the casino one time with my friend. We went to the roulette table and we got red 12 times in a row. 12 times in a row. We got red 12 times in a row. We started at the table when it was 7 reds in a row. It kept going until it got to 12. So in terms of probabilities, think about that. Imagine flipping a coin and getting tails 10 times in a row. Does that mean heads doesn't work? No, you're just unlucky as fuck right now. That's really what it comes down to. I don't care if it's supposedly gonna be good or supposedly gonna be bad. I just wanna know when it's gonna come out. Cause it could be supposedly good news, and at that time it comes out, that shit could fucking fall. And then after it falls, we're all sitting here, damn. Well, I thought it could then fall, stop everybody, and then go up later. There's no saying that that was wrong. It was just that the market's gonna do what it's gonna do regardless. And news could supposedly be bad, and then go right back up. Think about COVID. All right, we're done with that call, done with the one-on-one. My girlfriend just got back. It is approximately 4:52. Yeah. I don't know what the vibes are. I got 13 minutes of this vlog edited, and then we're just gonna keep it going. Yeah, like I said though, I am hungry, so I'm gonna try to figure that out. All right, so right now, I put on those pants from my boy, low key. I kind of fuck with the all black fit right now. Baggy pants with a little tighter hoodie up top. I like it. But as of right now, we're about to go to Yogurtology. It's like this yogurt place. We've been there a couple times in the videos, so if you know, you know, but that's where we're about to head to. And I want to answer some Q&A questions in the car because I have a couple questions that I didn't answer in yesterday's video, and I want to give more value to you guys. Even though I've given a whole 13, 15 minutes of game already, no days off. I want you guys to understand that anything I could do, you could do the same thing, and you could do better. So I'm gonna give you the information that I know from experience, from my L's, from my W's, so that you can learn from it, so that you don't gotta go through the bullshit that I did, so that you can learn and do better, so you can achieve things in a faster amount of time. So with that being said, I hope you've been enjoying the video so far. If you want more game, the second link has the free trading training. But let's get into the car, and I'm gonna give you more game. All right, so as I told you guys, I'm gonna give you guys some games. So I'm gonna just look at what just landed on my back. The fuck? It's Ladybug. Okay. I thought it was bad at first, but I guess it's good luck. You know, Ladybug, you're calling on my pocket. It's not gonna end out well for you. Well, Ladybug, you should go away. But yeah, without the Ladybug flying on my back, I'm just gonna give you guys some game. So we're gonna go look at some of these questions, see some what they've been talking about, see what kind of assistance I can be. Looking at higher time frames to look at a bigger picture. Help this week got paid.
That's a fact. There wasn't really a question, but that's a fact. One thing I will let you guys know, a lot of people always ask what time frames I mainly trade. The 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the daily time frame. The main reason for that is I like to trade with the higher time frame perspective. I like to understand what's happening overall, because at the end of the day, the market moves a lot and it's very volatile. So overall, if I'm going to be taking multiple trades in a day, I want to make sure that those trades have the highest % chance of playing out, because there's a high chance I could get just taken out the game due to a lot of volume. So when I'm trading on the higher time frame perspective with the ideas based off of the higher time frame, it allows me to just be in the grand flow of everything in comparison to counter trend trading and scalping based off the lower time frame. But that's me personally. I used to struggle with risk management and psychology, but I work on it and patch it up. That wasn't a question or anything, but that's also facts. Just blew my first funded account. How do you personally recap your week, and how you plan next week? So when it comes to recapping the week, review all your trades. You should be journaling your trades every single day. You should be recapping your trades after you take them to begin with. So even when you review all your trades at the end of the week, you should have already went through them all. But when you go through them all on, say, Saturday or Sunday, also backtest all the last week. Go over what you could have did, go over what you should have did, go over what actually worked, because you're going to learn from the L's, you're going to learn from the W's, you're going to learn from the missed trades. Everything that happens to you is teaching you exactly what to do and not to do next time. I review and backtest every single weekend, and I get a weekly outlook looking into the next week every single weekend. I'm not backtesting for 5 hours a day, no, but I do backtest every single week after it happens, and I do that every week religiously. Got my first funded account and blew it the first day because of improper risk management. I tell you guys all the time, especially in the free trading training, I go over risk management as the second thing out of the 3 that you need to become a consistently profitable trader. You need proper risk management. At the end of the day, having a risk management plan is the easy part. Actually following it is the hard part. Actually doing what you're supposed to is the hard part. But the only way to get better at following your rules is to follow your rules. There's really no secret to it besides following your rules. You get better at following your rules from following your rules. You get consistent in the gym from going to the gym. You get consistent from showing up with your trading by showing up with your trading. It all starts with now. It all starts with what are you going to do today? Are you going to be disciplined today? Are you going to be patient today? That's what's important. That's what's going to make sure that tomorrow you're patient, tomorrow you're disciplined, by what you're doing on your daily actions today. Whatever you did today, the chance of you actually being able to do that again tomorrow is highly more likely in comparison. If you don't do what you're supposed to today, what are the chances of you doing what you're supposed to do tomorrow? Pretty damn unlikely. Is it better to be break-even trade even if it sometimes still goes to TP without hitting stop loss? Is it better to be break-even a trade even if sometimes it still goes to TP without hitting stop loss? I say breaking even is always going to be necessary because we're just mitigating risk. We wear a seatbelt not because we are hoping we're going to crash and we don't want to die, but we wear a seatbelt in case we crash and it's unexpected. The stop loss is there for the unexpected. Breaking even is there for the unexpected. There's been many times that I've been very close to TP2, very close to getting out the trade, and it's fully reversed on me. And there's a lot of times that if I wasn't break even, I would have lost money on a trade that I didn't need to. Because in my opinion, if I'm willing to lose $100 and I'm up $100, why would I potentially risk it coming back down and then losing that $100 I was already up? That I would lose. It just doesn't make sense to me. If I'm willing to lose $1,000, I'm gonna make sure that once I'm up $1,000, I at least can't lose nothing. I might not make nothing, but I can't lose nothing. And the name of the game is being able to manage risk. The name of the game is being able to stay in the game. And you stay in the game from managing the downside, managing the drawdown, managing the risk, not the profit. But yeah, I'm going to keep it nice and short and simple. It's going to be a nice vlog, but it's just another day in the life of an entrepreneur, another day in the life of a trader. It was an L day. It was a break-even week. But guess what? We are here to trade next week. I didn't blow my live account. I didn't blow my funded accounts. And I'm still in the game. Like I always tell you guys, the name of the game is staying in the game. I'm going to be here to trade next week. And I might make money. I might not. I might have another break-even week. All I know is I'm going to show up, follow the plan, follow the process, and continue doing what's got me in this position. I love you guys. If you want to work with me one-on-one, you can apply in the first link in the description. The second link is the free trading training to get the 3 steps to become a consistently profitable trader. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's daily video.